Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of the Mission Matters Business Podcast, your source for all things business. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres. Keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, missionmatters.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. All right, so today I have Shireen Shah on the line, and she's President and CEO over at ExpertAnalytics Group. Shireen, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Adam, and it's a great pleasure to be here. I appreciate you taking the time to learn more about ExpertAnalytics Group, and if you hear my son in the background, that's him saying, yep, over YouTube.
That's all good, and we are a family show, so no problem there. So I'm excited to get more into today's topic. So we're going to get further into what you're doing and how you plan on revolutionizing the expert witness and law firm landscape and what that looks like. But before we do, let's talk a little bit more about the company overall. So tell us a little bit more about ExpertAnalytics Group, please.
ExpertAnalytics Group is a law firm and expert witness technology innovation company. And what we do, we have four different divisions of our company. We have our expert communication and collaboration, which is our expert witness and law firm app, which is new innovation. It's never been done before. We also have our practice management and case management app called CyberCase, which is coming out in probably around August. And we are starting an online expert witness institute at the end of the year in December to train experts how to become more effective and progressive expert witnesses. Plus, we do online marketing and branding for all of our members, whether they be experts or law firms or consulting groups, clinics, insurance companies, law firms. It's, that's more niche than it is innovation.
Wow, so you're quite busy, and what I love about this is that you're going further and further into your niche to just provide more value to your audience. So you're covering the online, you're covering, helping them with some of the marketing themselves, you're covering the education piece. I mean, it really is a multi-pronged approach that I think covers the basis on what it means to be to provide real value in that niche. So I mean, I love the thought process, and I love what you're doing overall, and I think this is also a great transition back into today's topic, which is, the law firm landscape and expert witness as they relate to what you're pioneering here. So where do you want to start with that and what you vision of what's going to happen going forward?
Well, why don't we start out talking about our app so the listeners and the viewers, they can get an idea of really how we're revolutionizing the law firm and expert witness landscape. And, one of the main goals of our app is to level the landscape between law firms and experts, and so that communication can be transparent, it can be efficient, and so that no matter how niche an expert specialization is, for example, it no longer has to predetermine whether or not they can make those connections with law firms, they can get opportunities, and they can grow their practice, as opposed to sort of being up against traditional legal resources and methodologies, which Adam has been going since ancient times, basically. So, should I start about the app?
Yeah, let's go further into the app.
Okay, so Expert Court is a brand new concept expert witness and law firm app. It is designed specifically for experts and healthcare professionals, consulting groups, clinics, law firms, insurance companies, jury consultants, and corporations that require experts internally. So they can communicate live in real time on the go regarding opportunities for cases which may be available. Now, I know with COVID, nobody's on the go right now, but, having said that, so if we sort of start off between the law firm and expert witness relationship. If you conceptualize the app kind of like a cross between an expert witness and law firm dating network and LinkedIn. And I know that sounds a bit funny, but it's a very good analogy in this case. So, for example, an expert would have a full professional profile within the app. So not just their name and their number, they can have their company information, their website, CV, LinkedIn, media, publications, testimonials, anything that would be beneficial for them as an expert. And they can be in as many categories as are relevant to them. They're not restricted to one category. And they're also categorized by geographic location, just simply for because of Google Maps. The app is connected to Google Maps. But there's a live opportunities board within the app. Now, to be clear on the topic of security, we'll actually get into that in a little bit. But the live opportunities board, this is where experts can access opportunities in their specialization and geographic focus if they have one. And on the flip side, this is where law firms, insurance companies, corporations that require experts and jury consultants will post opportunities for cases or alternative opportunities that may be available. And to avoid repeating myself on the topic of security, the whole app platform, including the opportunities board, is a secure, non-discoverable, HIPAA-compliant platform which does not retain any kind of activity or messaging history or otherwise. It's not, it's not like LinkedIn or a dating network where everyone can access your information. We have a very sensitive member base, and security is paramount for us. So there's other features like featured member section. There's also live messaging straight from their profile. And, the whole goal of live message, for example, within the app is not to share every single detail of case, because that wouldn't happen ever. So the goal is to absolutely. The goal is to collaborate a little bit more in depth with firms and other entities. And, as opposed to a very impersonal and sort of time-consuming emailing back and forth and so on and so forth. So the real benefit for experts is finally they can have some control over how, where, and when they attain opportunities, as opposed to waiting for opportunities to fall on the doorstep. And as I mentioned, being up against traditional legal resources and methodologies that have literally been going since, as I said, ancient times. Does that all make sense?
No, it completely does. And it seems like, what you're doing it can be really disruptive in the space in a good way. Because ultimately you're connecting people.
Well, absolutely. Law firms, they benefit in a completely different way. They have,
it's like win-win.
Yeah, absolutely. So for law firms, they have their traditional legal resources. So they have their lists, they have referrals, they have firm-to-firm communication. Bigger cities, particularly in healthcare, have private city websites that law firms can access experts. And now what's happening, about 50% of the time when a law firm is going to access their traditional resources, an expert will not be available, or they just won't be a good fit for the case. And so they're turning to expert witness brokers, which are almost like employment agencies, and that takes time. It costs thousands of dollars per expert. And by the time they actually get a referral from the broker, who may or may not be qualified, the law firm is often so short on time that sometimes they're even obligated to accept anyway, even if the expert is not a perfect fit. And, and that also then the expert doesn't have enough time to prepare for the case, and then the case suffers as well. And, you know, for many cases, not only one expert is retained, a minimum of 2 and sometimes 3 experts are retained in order to minimize the case risk. And so really the real benefit for law firms is they can access qualified experts within our app before they have to go through all the drama and the expense and the resources, because we're not just bringing on anyone to the app. You know, I've been very picky about who we bring on because of our space, and we want to make sure, because this is new innovation as well, that the integrity of the app is solid, not only on the expert end, but also on the law firm end as well.
No, that's awesome. And Shireen, I'll tell you right now, I mean, I know we just scratched the surface on this, and then I could talk to you about this for another hour at least. But that being said, we're about out of time. So that being said, if somebody, I do want to keep the conversation going. So if somebody's listening to this and they want more information on ExpertAnalytics Group, I mean, what's the best way for them to follow up and to get more info?
The best way for them to follow up traditionally is to contact us at info@expertanalyticsgroup.com, or they can also go to our website at www.expertanalyticsgroup.com if they're looking to further develop their expert witness practice or diversify it, or if, for example, a law firm is looking to to incorporate more innovative and efficient methodologies with their practice. And you can also contact us by phone, which is 1-800-603-5062, extension 1. And you can also call us directly at 416-546-7517.
Fantastic. Well, hey, Shireen, it's been great having you on the show today, and thank you for coming on and teaching us more about how you're disrupting the expert witness space, and also all the great work you're doing over at ExpertAnalytics Group. I look forward to hearing and seeing more great things out of you. And to the audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. Hope you got a lot of value out of this. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast, leave me a review on the Apple iTunes Store. If you're watching this on our YouTube channel, Mission Matters Business, definitely give us a subscribe there, but also leave us some comments on the video. I mean, love to hear what kind of projects and things you're working on too, and keep the conversation going over in the YouTube community. And Shireen, thanks again for coming on the show.